Hi, good morning. Here are some upcoming experiences at Body Studios. These will be the last. We will be closing the site. Okay. We'll be closing our physical location and we'll be moving outside. We're not really sure what we're going to do yet. We have a great plan. And if you want to come into the studio, we'll be more than happy to talk to you and tell you what and share, right? And then we'll give you some information. All right. So today, Laura and I are usually on the Thursday reset. And today, Laura is getting ready to go travel. So I am here for you. And what I would love to do, goodness, what I would love to do is to go ahead and like get a question from you, or maybe just ask a question or let me know a subject that you'd like a little bit of information around. I'm going to stick to our format. Our format is oracle cards. Cool. All right. So I have one, two, three. I have 4 oracle decks that I'll pull from. One is the Starseed Oracle. Another one is the Good Vibes deck. And the other one is Cryon. And the Fairies. Okay. So if you would love to have a card, or if you want a little mini message, go ahead and write down your comment. When you write down your comment, I'll be happy to pull a card for you. Okay, just making some room on my desk now. The life of a busy person. How are you? Okay, good morning, Alshea. Really good. Well, I want a little feedback from you. So after, like, today was different, right? Yesterday was the 11th, okay? So the 11th, Jupiter went direct. And so all of our feels, because it's in Cancer right now. So it's an expansion of higher consciousness and our emotions to the depth of Pluto and Aquarius, our consciousness, subconsciousness. Isn't that wild? So it's going to feel heavy anytime we're moving into a transition period for our energy to be the way that it was to the way that it will be. So we're carrying all this fear of the unknown. We're carrying all of this, I'm not sure what's going to happen. And when we come to a place where we can really just lay it down, right? It's just like walking home after work. You're just like, oh, okay, great. You turn the key, everything feels so much better. But I just wanted to kind of check in with you and see, like, they're telling me something that would be even easier for you. Okay. Is it when your back gets tight? This is specific to you, Alshea. When your back gets tight, they want you to remember that you have increased the burden to your shoulders. And that means that you're carrying more of the weight of the world. They want you to know that. So, something that you can do, okay? This is their tool for you. So you sit in your body. See how you're sitting in your body? You're in your mind, now you're coming into your body. You're feeling kind of a heaviness. And what you do is you can either lift it off and then just put it into spirit acid, or you can do the backpack thing and then just drop it to the earth. That feels better, right? And that's what it is. You just need tools. You need tools to manage the energetic field, and you're doing really good. You're doing really good considering where you were like maybe 5-6 weeks ago to where you are right now. You're doing very well. So give yourself a lot of credit. Give yourself a lot of credit. We're managing, right? That's cool, huh? We're managing. That's what we're learning. We're learning to manage and steward our energy the way that we would like for the experience to be. Okay. We're not doing right, wrong. It isn't that. It's managing your desires and allowing them to align with the outcome. Okay. And it really is. It really is getting easier. It'll get easier and easier and easier. And what this, me going online, all right, this is what takes place. I will go online. I'm Lucinda. I'll go online and I will have a thought or a feeling. My thought or feeling I can kind of set aside. You can feel all of us right now. This is our natural state of being, all that love, all that gratitude. That's natural to us. It's natural for our physical, mental, and emotional bodies to gravitate toward that alignment. Natural. That's why it feels effortless. That's why it feels like, oh, all right. So I will have a thought or a feeling, and I will allow it to become. I might have a thought and I'll allow it to become a feeling. I might have a feeling and allow it to become a thought. In that, I want to kind of allow like the energy to speak to itself, right? And I would love for my thought and my feeling to be cohesive. Okay? They're not going to be the same frequency because we have to tell the difference to ourselves. Literally, talk to ourselves about what we're thinking and what we're feeling. And sometimes that doesn't seem to match, right? The more harmony you can bring about to how you talk about the experience, right? Resolved, radical acceptance, moving into solution, coming to what absolutely is, okay? Those things help you. They help you. That's what helps you. And that's what the stopping absolutely is, okay? So when you're in like a tailspin and you're in a rabbit hole, okay? The reason that you're in the rabbit hole is because you're practicing addiction. Everybody practices it. Everybody. So you become obsessed and compelled to continue practicing the physical behavior because you're hoping that the outcome the next time is going to be different. And the pattern is whatever the experience is. Now, the experience is going to result the way that it's built. It's going to result in that way. So let's say maybe it's life. We'll call it life. So now that's going to be a huge matrix. That's going to be a big piece of sacred geometry. It's going to be like the flower of life, how we're all interconnected. It's going to be our oneness. It's going to be how we communicate. And all of that, all right, is interwoven. Okay. Now, maybe this part right here, this circle, because there's 19 circles if you look at it in a two-dimensional space. Maybe this circle has information on it that's red, okay? Maybe this circle has information on it that's blue. Maybe this circle has yellow, green, orange, pink. And so we have 19 different colors, but the colors are the subject, okay? That's the information. That's the meat. Okay. Now we're separating them into different frequencies, all the different colors, the rainbow. All right. But you know that all the colors go together and they look really good, like when they blend into each other, like that prismy sort of thing. So you know that they all are representational and they belong there. Maybe some of the colors are too heavy. Maybe there's too much white. Like everybody's experiencing that shit right now, right? There's too much white. Maybe we need a little bit more brown and black and yellow and green and purple. Okay. So maybe we need that. So what you do is you dial down the white, the information that is causing the static, and you move into what feels, because it has to be in your heart, what feels like solution. Okay. We're problem solvers anyway. We're problem makers. We make up all these problems in our head. So being a problem solver is just what you're doing anyway. It's just it's just, oh, okay, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And that's a problem solver. Okay. All right. So we'll start with Alashea. I just wanted to kind of clarify how the energy flows. Today is Oracle card day. and we'll pull a little reading from that. I'm pulling from the Good Vibes deck from my good friend, Shaman Isabella. Let's see. So that one. Ooh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And then I think I'll go ahead and I'll pull a, yeah. Ooh, okay. Very cool. And this one is a fairy deck. This is the fairy deck. That's what it looks like. This is what the Good Vibes deck looks like. Okay. All right. I pulled a couple of cards and I'm feeling drawn to pull like maybe one or two more. Okay. All right. I just feel like I'm going to give you like a full little boat here. Okay. All right. So I also have the Rebecca Campbell Starseed Oracle, and I feel led to pull like a card from here for you. It's a beautiful deck. I like this deck a lot. It always reminds me. Ooh. Okay. Wow. So is this the one? Ooh, okay. Ooh, cool. Okay, yeah. All right. Oracle cards are different for me because like they come with like a little message on them. So the message that's on the cards usually leads you in a direction for the individual, a path connection that they're questioning. Okay. All right. So for me, 3 cards came out of the Oracle deck for star seeds. All right. So I would say that you're literally coming awake in your body. And as you come awake in your body, your spine is holding a lot of memory. Yes. Okay. Yep. You've been feeling called to like share your knowledge. You've been feeling called to share with others these things that are starting to work for you, and you're not sure what that looks like. And you might even be feeling pulled to like make circles or small groups or small communities or get together with other people, like-minded people. And that's something that would be really beneficial for you. Okay. All right. I know you're a starseed. That's why 3 came out. Okay. So the first one that came out was the Seas of Mintaka. All right. And that's seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So you're doing a lot of inner work. Okay. But it's connected ancestrally. So your ancestral, this is the first card. So you're in those deep waters of understanding, right? So you're deep in consciousness right now, and you have something that you're bringing forward. Okay. And it's inside your spine. And your spine is bringing forward information that's been planted like a while ago, eons ago. Okay. This card says ancestral knowledge lies within. Were I you, I would go to YouTube and I would look up maybe 3 or 4 different styles of breath work, meditations that connected to your spine and opened up your gates. And that's what you want to look for. And you need a variety, okay? Because you're creating the entrainment. So you have to learn that you're the energy that you're moving around. And so when you do variations, your body responds, and then you know that your mind and your heart, your feeling and your thought are what is controlling the experience. Okay. It's very important that you learn this. You're going to teach people how to ground, and you're going to be a part of something bigger than you thought. There are more like-minded people out there than you're ready to meet right at the moment. And that's perfect because it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So that's why it feels like hurry up and wait for you. Hurry up and wait. And you might feel like a well-oiled machine at a stop sign, all right? But it is hurry up and wait. It's not time to dive into the universe yet. It's so close, though. Okay? All right. You can feel it, huh? All right. Now, your soul came here with a mission. Whew. If you didn't have chills, you got them now. Whew. So, your soul path is your purpose, and you find your purpose through your desires. And that's born from how you feel. So, it's your intuition. So, as you intuit the world around you, look for how you needed help and see if someone needs that kind of help. And that's how you start. You don't do a lot of it. You do very minimal. Could be somebody in line at the grocery store that says, "Oh, wow, I've been feeling so fatigued recently." Oh, you know what I found? I found some breath work on YouTube, and it kind of helps me out. It opens me up, and now I feel more energized. I feel more grounded. And that simple conversation plants a seed. Okay. And what the seed is this, it's telling the individual, you don't have to live like that. It is a choice. They may not interpret it that way at first. It takes us like 7 times to even pay attention to one thing. Anyway, the idea is just to be available to you, right? Just be available to yourself and the wealth of knowledge that you're carrying around. Boom. Now that takes us to the double mission, because you are here on a double mission. Your kids are your mission as well, which is weird because like that hardly ever comes through, but you're raising the next generation. So the next generation is about allowance, right? Allowance and love, like just a grip of love. And they're telling me that you need to come out of the bad mom syndrome. You did really well. So calm down. You're really good. You're a really good mom. So any choice you've ever made was perfect. The experience taught at least resilience, and it also taught you a deeper love and affection and affinity for life. So that's what the experiences do. Allowing yourself to understand that you were in school basically, or you were being schooled, right, allows you to say, oh, okay, so that's part of me. I'm capable of stepping in and responding like that. I'm capable of stepping in and being that individual and making those choices. And I want to empower myself because I am enough. I made those choices with whatever information I was willing to gather. And this is what the outcome is now. That provides me another choice. Okay? Right. You're coming into, right? So you're really coming into you right now. And I really want to drive that home for you. Yes. It isn't, you're not making it okay. You're not making the outcome okay. You're accepting the experience. You're accepting that you made choices. You're accepting that if you were given another opportunity, it wouldn't be the same. That's what you're accepting. And you're accepting that it's not a do-over. It's like being a forward momentum. So the forward momentum would be a living amend, right? Not a living I'm sorry, but mending your habits and your behaviors. So you're not the same person you were when you made those choices. Yet honoring the person that you were when you made those choices is super important because she is you. Okay? All right. So your double mission as a star seed. All right. Light worker, star seed, because I know that's you. Serve the world by being you. So you're moving into your authenticity. And part of the story that you're telling about you not being enough in those situations, it doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't fit anymore. You're so much more than that. Okay? All right. Final card for you, okay? All right. Express your individuality. I think this is great. All right. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. So here you go. Here's your card. Yay. I love it. Beauteous. Excellent. And I will leave you with that. Pardon me. I saw that Bernadette was on here. Hi, Bernadette. Are you still here? And then if you are, then just kind of chime in and let me know. And if you're not, that's fine. I'll just move on. Any messages from my grandpa, please? When I was young, I was very, very sick. I used to always see him after he passed. I had no clue he was dead. He looks so real. You are a very open individual, Miss Bernadette. Okay? That is a beautiful story and experience. Okay. What you may be observing is I'm allowing your grandfather to come and sit with me and pull some cards for you. I know that you noticed how the energy changed, and there was a question mark in your higher self, and I was like, I'll just tell her. So here he is. He's coming in. Okay. Oh. Wow, he has like a lot of wishes. Like a lot of wishes for you. He wants you to know that your interpretation of hardship can be accurate, but also changed. You're a changeable individual. He believes in you. I see him like cheering for you, like really cheering for you. And it feels, yes, he is. He is absolutely one of your guides. Okay. And so it's just, the channel is, go ahead, shuffle the cards. Let's tell her. One flips right out. Okay. So another star seed deck, which is cool. And we'll see if we need anything else. The fairies. I'm seeing the fairies. Oh, we're pulling in a specific order. Ooh. All right. Oh, samesies. That makes sense. Oh, yes. You and Alashea are similar in like your missions. You're both star seeds, which is very interesting. And you're both here to not necessarily lead. You know how for a long time you might have felt like you had to hold someone's hand and guide them down the path? Now it's starting to feel like everybody is in alignment and we're moving together. And that's the difference. And you're sharing your wisdom in great depth. I think that if you don't already teach or host painting, okay, or experiences, painting experiences, I think that I do like psychic art. And I think what would be fun for you if you're not already doing it, because like you only need 5 or 6 more things on your plate, right? Okay. So the idea, okay, is look for fun ways to engage people to share what you know. Okay? Look for fun ways to engage people. All right? The way you know. Okay? All right. So I'm seeing not necessarily a garage, but I'm seeing a space where there's like possibly, man, I'm not even getting a chance to shuffle. They're just coming out. Affirmations. And I'm told to cry on it. Cryon's coming through right now. Your grandpa, and I don't know if your father has passed. But I feel like his energy. And it might be grandpa from that side, but there's also, now it's all filling up again. I am so happy. I am very happy because that's perfect. You could even set him up. To where like you could say, hey, take out your own brushes or take out your own aspect, and then share more and more. They want you to share more and more. For you, the time is now. That's what I'm getting. For you, the time is now. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, so it's like okay, you got this. Let's go. Let's go. We're all here for you. We're all doing this. And there isn't any hesitation on your part. You're in alignment. You're in perfect alignment. It's also it does feel a little bit hurry up and wait, but you have like the luxury of understanding that, so your application changes. So you don't have this I have to. You have this, we'll see if that's what I want. And that's really good because you're learning that you are your authority. Okay. How wild. Okay, so the first couple of cards that came out, so this is the same as like Alashea, okay? So it's a double mission. Your double mission, okay, is to actually share who you are with others. It's very important that you do. What I'm receiving is the reason that it's important for you to share who you are with others is to give them the freedom of choice. They don't know that they can have that choice. A lot of times we'll live on a side of a fence that we've built, and we'll say, oh, that looks so much better than what I'm living. And when people look into your window of like whatever your experience is, they're actually tuning in to your brush, to your stroke, to the sound of the canvas, the soothing quality that you find from the feeling and the thought that you're practicing when you're in it. It's very meditative. There's a lot of gratitude in it. And I'm being told to show you how effective you are. And it isn't for nothing. It isn't for nothing. It's for everything. Ooh. Breathe. Breathe. There you go. The joy that you practice teaches people the possibility of change. I feel like I'm sitting on a porch with your grandfather, and he's showing me very meager beginnings, very small beginnings, humble beginnings with a lot of determination behind it. How do you think I got there? I didn't get to where I was by staying on the porch or saying that it wasn't possible. And eventually I gave up worrying about what other people thought of me and started thinking more of me. Wow. I know you just felt that. So everybody came and stood around you. You could feel your parents and your grandparents. You feel everybody right now, I'm sure of that. And they're generating the feeling of love and joy and ease, acceptance, like a lot of acceptance. You have a lot of rules in your head that are being broken right now. I know, I could see that. The rules are hard lines of construct that you've created to manage these deep losses. And you are right. You are in that connection. You're constantly in that connection. And everybody is transitioned. That's why the alignment feels better. And then what we're going to do, because they bring to you other spirits to transition. So maybe at night, what you could do is you could light like a little tea light if you don't already, and you can just open up the other side, right? A transition point. You're going to feel a lot in it when you do it. And then just say, all spirit energy in need of transition, go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. And you let spirit transition. And this will give your body more ease. So because you have a habit of, maybe it's language you grew up with. Maybe the language you grew up with was, what's the matter with you? I don't know who talked to you that way, but there's nothing the matter with you. It might be a phrase that you picked up from somebody that you repeat in your head an awful lot, but there's nothing the matter with you. You're in an experience. You're in an experience and your body degenerates because you carry weight from previous experience. Most of that is grief that's unprocessed. It will take you this lifetime, at least, to process the depth of those emotional losses. So give yourself time. Give yourself that gift. Allow for each prompting that comes forward to have a voice when you're able, when you see it, right? Like, oh, I'm feeling this. I love that I can feel this. I know that I am enough. I have always been enough. I'm aligning to my mission. I'm aligning to my purpose. I am constantly in contact and a direct extension of God, Source, Universe. My ancestors flow freely through my actions. I feel supported and loved in so many different ways. My body is able to feel ease and release tension. I'm learning to love myself. Wow, that's big for you. I'm learning to appreciate my current experience. I'm practicing change in my experience. Okay, great. Now I'll give you the cards. Mediumship. All right. Lightworker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Again, 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 again. It is about you sharing you. All right. Right. So that particular, I know you rarely cry, right? I don't think it's, so it wasn't pain that I was feeling. It was enormous love. Enormous love. And you're going to get reconnected with your body because it is something that you've been working on. Okay. And you will be able to feel more into it and allow yourself to be enough in it. How I've learned to understand what the word enough is by asking, okay, if I am having enough of that outside. that means I'm full, so I'm enough. So if I'm having enough of that, or if that is enough, or if anything in my world is enough, I've had enough food, gone to the bathroom enough, I've slept enough, I am enough. Yes. All right. Okay. Yeah, probably in a couple of weeks, your heart's going to open. And it'll open because you're going to become willing to be intimate with who you are. And that's very important. And you don't know who you are yet. You have somebody else's story, and it doesn't belong to you. You've worn it. You've worn it and worn it and worn it, and it has made you sick. That's what they're saying. The idea, the idea is to begin to explore who you are and start building in a beautiful, curious way what you know about yourself. So, you know, you're a painter and an artist. You know, you're an expressionist. You called yourself a starseed. So, you know these things of you. You're a beautiful being. You have lots of compassion for others because you can see yourself. You can see yourself. So, when you see someone who has gone through something similar to you, you have the action plan. You have the narrative that they can use, right? And when you share that narrative, if it is joyous, if it's appreciative, if it's a construct of learning, it gives you opportunity to feel good about yourself. When we give things that don't feel so good, we're going to feel like we didn't do this person a service, that we didn't hold them sacredly the way that we want to be held. Okay? So if we're transferring energy of hardship to another individual, it's only making our circle of hardship greater. All right? It's not about just talk nicely. It's not that. It's about feeling who you are, feeling who you are. See, come into your body, really come into your body. It's not about have gratitude for your breath. You could do that. I do that. The idea is to create a feeling of ease. Correct. Correct. You are able to express your love to and for others. And the idea is to express and show that to yourself. Ooh, that's where you're at right now. And that's where you're at right now. The idea is to allow yourself to do it. And it takes time because it isn't something that's in your wheelhouse. It's fine for you to have this outpouring and expression for others. Treat yourself like your best friend, right? Ask your body every day, what do you need? What do you need? Would you like a little exercise? You want some water? Are we hungry? And then thank you, body. Thank you, body, for providing me this experience. Do you want to change today? Do you want to do something else? Is there anything I need to know about this? I am seeing like a lot of outdoor with spring coming. I'm seeing a lot of outdoor activity for you. So sunshine, freshness, things like that. You could even do like a painting in the park or something like that with a lot of people, especially if you're building your YouTube channel. That would be like fun. Okay. All right. So we discussed the double mission, and then, and now here comes your whammy. Okay. All right. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And it's baby steps getting to know you. That's all it ever is. We are often handed a role and situation that isn't of our making in that immediate moment. We navigate it using the experiences that we've previously had, and we do the application of the tools we're willing to have or apply. And nothing more, nothing less. And all of it is right because we know so much. We have access to so much knowledge that we have to dial it down and say, okay, well, this is what I want to use. Okay. And then feelings, if we felt everything all at once, that would be like overwhelming. So we dial it down. We tune in to where it is that we want to feel about something. If we're feeling into something and it doesn't feel so good, if we look to see like where we were, we'll notice that we're just repeating the same feeling in a different experience. So what can you do? You can marshal your feelings. You can regulate your body by choosing how you want to feel. And because you choose how you want to feel, it creates a vibe. That vibration can be healing. All right. Let's say you do a 3-minute meditation every day and you do it in the morning to set your body up. Okay. And I like this meditation. This is one of my favorite meditations. I think it's super easy. You get a glass of water. So you get a glass of water. All right. Get 8 ounces. 8 is a great number, right? Oh, yes. Perfect. 8 is a great number because it satisfies karmic debt. Okay. So that means you're releasing any constraints to your forward momentum. So you're resolving energy that you call blockage. Okay. So 8s are great for that. Get a glass of 8 ounces of water, take 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, a really nice salt, something that maybe isn't table salt or something that's every day that you use. You want to use something that's a little bougie and you put it in there. And I like to use a glass. The reason I use a glass is because it becomes alchemy. All right. So my vessel, okay, is all because it's glass and this is water. This is all water. That's what water represents. Okay. Then I use a metal spoon to measure the salt into it. Now, as I'm stirring, I don't have the sound that I can make for you, but as I'm stirring, it's going to remind me that I'm stirring. So I'm going to begin stirring gratitude into the water. So I would think and I would feel gratitude and I'd say, ooh, that feels good. Then I would maybe say healing, healing, healing. And I would say that for about 2 or 3 minutes. And I'd be thinking it and feeling healing, but I'm holding the water. I'm stirring it with a metal spoon. So I have metal, spirit, air, and water present. I am the wood representation, and how I feel can be my fire, my passion of action. All right. Now I'm in all of my elements. When I do 3 minutes, 3 minutes is enough time for my mind to change, my feeling to change, and my body to take different action. My body, when it takes different action, is going to slow down. It's going to become more internal, more supportive. I'm pulling my energy back to me, and I'm becoming the most important individual in that moment. 3 whole minutes, all about me. All right. Then I do the magic. I drink the water. When I drink the water, I become the intention that I gave it, and then move on with my day. I would lay odds that 10 to 21 days, about that amount of time, if you do a practice like that every day, your body is going to respond in such a different way to your experience that you won't know yourself. Okay. And when your body responds from the reset that you're giving it through vibrational intention, all right, it moves to that conscious space. Your subconscious is about 80%, 85% of what you experience. That's your intuition, your feelings, your emotions, all right? Common sense. Okay. So you relax into it. Okay. All right. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay. And that takes us here. So here's your affirmation. This is like, these are cards that flipped out before I even had a chance to pull. Okay. So affirmations. Okay. So that gratitude or that healing frequency that you're putting into the water. Water is a great vessel. Salt is a conductor. Metal makes the alchemy. All right. So it's alchemy that you're using. That's the magic. Okay. All right. Affirmations to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. Use positive affirmations. Ta-da! Every day you notice your body. Every day you notice your body. Your whole body. You notice your whole body. When you tune into your body, what are you tuning in for? Are you tuning in to find out where the pain is? You'll find it. Or are you tuning in for where the joy is? You'll find it if you tune in, because it's a frequency, and you have all these frequencies that you're practicing. If you focus and make one frequency the frequency you want to practice, everything changes because you've changed the information you put on the pattern. Remember how we talked about the flower of life, and there's all these different colors, and it really is amounts and the kind of mess that you're putting on there. The pattern's going to behave and show you that. So, joy. Look for joy. Say, where's joy? Hey, where'd joy go? All right. And that would probably help a little bit. And this is to let you know that it is an eternal family that you belong to. You are here with others for that purpose. Your generation, in fact, is here for that purpose, to change the world. No pressure. No pressure. All right. So it's 9:47 today. Here we go. I love that. See, I love that. I love that. If you can surround yourself with joy, that is perfect. That's perfect. All right. That was really good. That was really a good read and a nice little shift. Joy and hope. Yes. Because that's what you are, joy and hope. This one is for, I'll do one more. Okay. I have, may I ask, will it be better approval chances for California Dream for all, or apply for, well, 3 cards came out for that one. 4, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, what a trip. The first card is Messenger. I always trust the cards. It's like a no-brainer. Okay. Messenger. Serious energy. Bringing harmony and balance. So harmony and balance to your question. All right. Harmony and balance to your question. Okay. Baby steps. That's the next one. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition. How do you feel about it? What do you feel is the right choice before it makes sense? Follow your intuition before it makes sense. I don't know if I'm good with the phrase, but that's fine. It's cool. It's like close. All right. So let's tune in. Let's tune in right now. Come into your body. Come into your body. Decide that it's okay to feel. All right. You're in your back, so come all the way into your body. Still in your back. You're coming. That's good. There, all the way down. Sit all the way in. You can't just bop up and down. That's not going to work. Okay. All right. Cool. Now, let's imagine or pretend that any stuck energy is old information. And we'll just say, let's transmute all that old information into little white butterflies of unconditional love, source energy. And let that be what surrounds you and take over the confusion and complacency. All right. If it's difficult for you to make an intuitive decision, then make up rules for the energy so the energy can show you what is best. All right. If you're going to give that much of your agency away, if you're going to give that much of your empowerment away to another individual, to another situation, and not be internal and let you be the authority. All right. There are different ways that you can trick your system and let your system be ready for you. Okay. All right. You don't like being in your body because you feel powerless. That's a story. So let's just take the novel and put it on the shelf. Okay. Let's take a novel of joy and ease and give you that. It seems so simple, but it worked, right? Okay. So let's tune our frequencies into these two choices. Let's do that. So when you start to feel into the first choice, okay, the California dream for all, how does that one feel to you? Does it feel like there's something you're not hearing? Does it feel like something that might prevent you from expression or receiving? Feels all on the left side, right? If it's on the left side, does that mean that you're willing to receive it or unwilling to receive it? Check the resistance level that you have. You called it possibility. Okay, that's fine. So it's a possibility. Great. It's on your left side. So I think that you're more in alignment with receiving it. Okay. Than resisting it. Okay. So now let's put that choice there. Now let's clear our field again. And we'll just do the little white butterflies of unconditional love, source energy. There we go. Now we're all better. Again, coming into your body, trusting you and the information that you're tuning into because it's your life. Okay, so now let's tune in to SDHC. That feels very cerebral. It also feels like there's maybe a story of I'm not enough. So you would be willing to receive the California dream for all aspect, yet to apply for the SDHC, that might feel or sense to you like more work. Okay. Oh, look at that clearing. Okay. So if you're looking for ease and comfort and effect, which one would you choose? Which one is going to trip your trigger and bring you joy? Oh, we didn't even check that, right? Okay, so let's go back to the California dream for all. Let's go in there and look for joy. How much joy is in that? We really like that joy, don't we? Okay, hold on. Okay, now come back to you. Breathe. Cool. Now we know what we're looking for, right? We're looking for joy. The cat's fine. And now SDHC, let's go into SDHC. This feels contemplative, right? And this feels very restrictive across my heart chakra. This feels, I want to kind of open it up more. I want to say, okay, so if not joy, what would I feel here? I feel a lot of masculine energy, so a lot of intellect. I'm going to have a lot of thoughts and logic. I'll learn a lot, so I'll learn a lot here. Ooh, this is a place that doesn't have feeling very much. This is a place that has feeling, almost hopeful feeling. Okay, which one would bring me the greatest pleasure? And choose that one. Now you are the master of your universe. Here are your following cards. Deep cellular healing. What you're doing is you're healing yourself to be the authority in your life. You're giving yourself agency, something that maybe you haven't practiced. And it doesn't make it right or wrong. It allows you to see your resilience from the choices that you've made. Okay? All right. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So when you're going into these places, how do you want to feel? And tune into that and see if it exists there. Is it being practiced there already? Can I join the flow of joy? Can I join the flow of ease? Is there ease at that location? Is there ease in this choice? You know what ease feels like, so you just feel into it. You dial your radio station to there. You say, oh, well, this feels like this. Okay, I got it. And this feels like that. Oh, okay, I got it. Now your choice becomes more apparent. It appears. Because now you have a feeling that is cohesive to your thought. Your thought is supposition. I wonder which. So you're here with the energy and you bring it here. How would it feel? What would I like to feel is a great question. It's just like, what about this job or this job or this or this or this or this, especially if you're giving yourself choice in that way. All right. Feel into what you want. And if it isn't present, you'll be like, oh, that's a no brainer. I don't need to fucking go and do that shit. You heard that one. Okay. All right. Next, Child of the Cosmos. This is your final card. Here you go. Right. Because that's all it is. It's trusting. Right now, all of our emotions are extremely full. Okay. The reason they're full is because we've been told that they're not facts, that they shouldn't have a seat at the table in your decision making, and that they absolutely have no effect on your fucking life. And that we found out is a lie. All right. That the thoughts are exactly the same, just as made up. Okay. All right. Child of the Cosmos. We're going to bring it in for you. You'll feel this. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And so it is. There you go. Those are great cards. I love those cards. I think I'll do one more. I saw that, okay. Miss Lucinda, can I have clarity for a dream I had in a room with two people smartly dressed? The lady came close to me and pressed a point on my side, and I felt two pressure points on my head press. I see it. Let's see. Okay, we just came down to it again. Okay. I see it. So when I say I see it, I perceive it as. Okay. So I see it as a spiritual aspect you have a lot of wonder about it. You want to know if you were attacked. No, you weren't attacked. Yes, you were opened, but you were open like dreams. Okay. This is what you possibly are experiencing. Dreams and reality are almost synonymous. They're almost exactly the same. So you're getting to a point where you can't tell the difference between a dream and reality. Okay. Welcome to our new world. Breathe, breathe about that. Just breathe about that. And now you might be sensing that I'm looking in your body. All right. As I look in your body, I'm perceiving the energy that you're in. The two pressure points on the head, it's opening. You know what? It feels like an unlocking of your neck. I don't know, but you might have had a lot of tension in your neck, especially like on the left-hand side. And that tension is being released. So it's a physical aspect, okay? It's a physical aspect. However, it is also a spiritual aspect. So your spiritual these readings are very deep. They're all deep. They're not just surface BS. I'm going to take you through some work. I just happened to glance, and here's what this was. Snaps because you're processing. Okay. Oh, okay, great. So it's going to be interpreted the way that you would like. I am being called to go ahead and pull from the starseed deck. As I pull from the starseed deck, I'm feeling that you're a part of this whole generation. In that generation, you are the change. All right? Correct. Okay. So now let's just say that tension is a being trying to get trying to get like your attention. Let's say it's a being trying to get your attention. Okay? Just say it in your mind and in your body. Say, "Oh, it's a being. Oh, it's a being." Now you're noticing that there are many vibrations that you're practicing right now. Some of them feel like they should be outside of you. You are right. Okay? Oh, we're a portal for many things. Now you're feeling this spaciousness, this expansion into the energy of. All right? That spaciousness, that energy of, that expansion, that's all you. Breathe. Good. Okay, great. Okay. You got new tools. All right. It'll take a bit to like navigate these new tools. It might feel like you have a glove on, but it's only on the surface up here. Okay. And it might feel like when you go like this, energy is just shooting everywhere. You are very accurate. Very, very accurate. That is what is happening. So they turned on your channel of charm and love, basically. So some things that you want to help yourself with when this happens is that because everybody's being activated. So you're being activated, girl, being activated. Hey, wake up, time to go to work. Okay. Ooh, there we are. Now we're in that giddy energy. And it does feel like your soul's been waiting for this time. That's great. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. Okay. Very cool. Everything's going to make so much sense. This is so good. I know that you're in energy right now. I know that you're in the energy right now, and I'm laughing that you're in the energy because I can feel and think. I can feel and think. So I have an understanding and I have a meaning of what you're experiencing because I have had that same energetic shift. Okay. I laugh because I love those shifts because they're so powerful and impactful to our life. They're very powerful and impactful to our life. And it doesn't require you to do anything. However, the energy is so intense sometimes that we feel like that would probably be really good for us. Ah, ah, the plot thickens. Ooh, yes. There we are. Okay. Ooh. Well, well, well. That is like crazy. Man, a lot of star seeds on here. A lot of star seeds on here. Yes. You're in charge of that. And what you did was you took an idea and you said, yeah, it can be that. And you moved toward it. And we did it together because I'm the one that made the suggestion, but you're the one that did the work. All right. By the way, you're here to do a lot of work. You must be called to water an awful lot, and water is going to be something that you work with. I would wash my hands before I did something. I would do it ceremonially, and I would call it bringing myself into my presence. And I would use water often. I would do sprays, I would do oils, any kind of liquid. I'd drink water. I'd have water sitting out to gather energy that is like distorted. I would do a lot of things with water. Every time I connected with water, I would call it a baptism. I would call it a blessing. I would call it a knowing, a connection, because you're really, really, really deep. Okay. You're really deep. And it feels now for you, it feels like you're in the middle of the fucking ocean. All right. You don't need a savior. You don't need a savior. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing really fucking good. Relax. Relax your body into the energy. You're coming into this awareness that you are that energy. That's what you're practicing. That's like what is happening. And there are those same pressure points in acupressure that open us up in interesting ways because we have these things called dantians in our body. And those are energetic points that conduct electrical impulse along our energetic pathways. All right. Your soul dantian got activated. So now you feel as though a clearing is happening of some sort. You might feel prompts that you made a mistake. Oh, I should have done it this way. I should have done that. I should have done that. All that is you're releasing the way you did it before. That's it. That's all that is. It isn't for you to process and say, oh, well, I was this old and this is what happened and blah, blah, blah. It's for you to accept, radically accept that you made some choices. This is where you're at. And those choices supported you and they're perfect. Supported you and they're perfect. Now you have more choices to make. You're coming in. See how you're coming in? Beautiful. Really beautiful. Pay attention to how you flow your energy. You're going to flow it according to how you feel. And not feel. Do you like that? See how there's no feeling attached and you're still the energy? No thought and you're still the energy. You are the energy. You're the blank canvas. You're the written word. You are the word. You're the thought. You're the feeling. You're the breath. There you go. Now you're there. All right. I remember. Soul plan. I should read these before I tell people things. You going into mastery. You going into mastery. That's what this is. This is mastery. There's so much love in this field. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You're just overwhelmed by all this love, right? Perfect. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. All of that is your intuitive energy. It's your divine feminine. You're deciding constantly, and you change your mind constantly, and it's all correct. It's all perfect. It all clicked. Okay, so here's your I remember card. So this is how it started out. I remember. Okay, so that was unlocked for you. I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy for you. I feel it. I feel it. That's so cool. That makes us more connected in oneness because now you get it. Now you get it. And there's no frustration for others not getting it. There's only space holding until they get there. That's it. That's the hard part. Just hold space. Okay. Whale and orca elders. So if you don't already think about the ocean, I feel like the ocean is a really good friend of yours. It might be Yamaway. It might be, you might have a practice that connects you. It could be ocean, could be rivers. It feels like the great body of water that connects all of us throughout the earth. That's what it feels like. And it feels like it's very, yes. Thank you for being our angel on earth. All right. I feel that water ritual is going to be very big for you. Okay. Here's that card right there. Connecting with the animals in the water, right, through meditation would probably be a great practice that you can take yourself through or others. The next card is your life is a canvas. Ah, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. And what I did see was like, I saw you maybe hosting circles and allowing people to become that energy and just teaching them how to sit in the energy of themselves, sit in your thought energy, sit in your feeling energy. Let you be okay sitting with you energy. See, you're not so bad energy, and sharing that with others. Right. And we call it all kinds of things. We call it teaching people how to get in their bodies, empowerment, sovereignty, agency, accountability. We call it a lot of different words. But it's a state of being, not a state of doing. And that's where you're at right now. And it's going to be possibly frustrating in and out a little bit because you'll want to do. And then it'll be like, oh, it's not time. I do. Oh, it's not time. Oh, perfect. Yay. Perfect. And that's what they said. And I'm like, I'm not going to mention that. That's too way out there. Here we are. Here we are. They give a card for it, and I just won't read it the way they said. I'm just not going to fucking do that. They said, oh, yeah, tell her to listen to. And I'm like, nah, she's already doing it. All right. So here is the blank canvas. It's like you're starting you all over again. It's like you got to reset. So this reset is more of a question about what would you like to experience? What would you like to experience in a thought and in a feeling? Keep it really simple like that. What kind of thought would I like to experience right now? What kind of feeling would I like to experience? And then gravitate toward that, or be the gravity to pull it toward you. Generate it yourself. You're powerful. Breath of the cosmos. I was wondering, okay, my will to thy will. Because the cards that you have, you already know that you're on a path. You already know you're on a path to help others. You already know you're on a path to help others. You're already on a path to help others. I'm just going to keep saying it until you really receive it. I know that a lot of worth issues are coming up for people of your generation. And those worth issues were handed to you from the previous generation. So shuck them off. All right? That's somebody else's version. That's a little better. Okay. My will to thy will is a reference to source, universe, God, that you want to be in alignment with the greater good for all. That's what that means. And you're willing to show up in that capacity. My will to thy will. Got it? That's what that phrase is. Okay. Micromanaging the universe. Man, I'm just going to tell you now that you're in the energy of it, that's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn that, like, sweeping your hand like this changes everything. Everything. And it will blow you away, literally blow you away. And you will have such joy because you'll know that people sense or get the impression around all the energy that you know yourself to be now. Okay. And they'll get curious. Let them be curious, answer the questions that feel heartfelt and comfortable, and let you continue to feel safe. Okay. No sense in telling everybody all the crazy stuff, right? They have their own crazy stuff. So why add to their crazy stuff? You have your own. Okay. Moving forward, this is like the magnitude. Okay. So remember, we talked about my will to thy will. My will to thy will is an expression that to the greater good, I'm willing to show up. All right. Everybody got tears. Good. All right. So this is the card from Cryon. Okay. And it's pleasing God. So I want you to understand that in this application, you're an extension of God. So when you are in I will to thy will, what happens is that now you're taking community and the greater good using your common sense and application toward the betterment of humanity. All right. And since we're all extensions of God or bits of God, right, we're moving into a pleasantry of energy. Okay. All right. Here's the next two cards. This one comes from the Good Vibes deck. Because now you're on the other side of this. And it feels like you literally got on the other side of something, like you just came out of a birth canal. Perfect. Okay. This is the radical acceptance that you're in right now, okay? If you hadn't had the challenge, you wouldn't be who you are. So perfect. All right? So perfect. Good vibes. The final card is from the fairy deck. And this was like one of the first cards that just kind of flipped out, but they said, read that last. So they always give me a sequence. They tell me how to tell the story. They show me how the marks are on the card, and they let me lead you down an energetic pathway. All right. That actually refocuses where you're asking to be. All right. Okay. No, this feeling won't go away. No, your understanding will not go away. No, you will not lose this ability. Boop. We'll just take those seeds of doubt out. You don't need them. Okay. Here's what you will do, though. All right. practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So play with the energy, play with it often, play with it in ways that allow you to channel greater volumes because you have a greater volume now. Let's just turn your faucet all the way up. Everybody's like, woo! That's good, right? Okay, here's a tool that I want to give to you, okay? I want to give you this tool for the whole kit and caboodle here, all right? First, when you're working with energy, okay? All right? When you're working with energy, understand that you are that energy. So how you feel in that moment and how you think in that moment is going to control and manipulate the energy and create what it is that you're asking or desiring about. That's what's going to happen. You're asking from a place of noticing that you do not have it right now. By the time you get the result is going to be different than where you asked from because you're in a different vibration when you receive it. If you start in the vibration that you think and then feel into, it's going to become, you become a greater magnet and it happens faster. You've been noticing that it's been happening like this very rapidly, but it's willy-nilly. Welcome. Slow it down. Just tell the energy this. Just go, slow down. Slow down. Slower. Slower. Give me spaciousness. And that will give you that balance that you're looking for. Okay. And you are the master of your universe and you're doing a really great job, like a really great job. And I see that we have another comment. This comment is, sounds like she has a wonderful gift. Yes. Each of us has a wonderful gift. Each of us does. And we are uncovering what somebody else told us we were. All of us are doing that. As we learn that that is somebody else's story that we've been living, we can begin to take the volumes of those narratives, put them into the library as capability, and decide what it is that we would like to talk about and live. All right? It is mastering yourself. That's what it is. A lot of times, this is like a whole different way to do life. I've known about this time for a great portion of my life. So I feel elated. I feel ease. I feel comfort. I'm in my wheelhouse now. I am in my wheelhouse. I have been waiting for the energy to be like this. I have been waiting to teach people that they're the energy. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now we're here. So I'm like a big old reservoir that's like, ooh, here you go. All right. Pay attention to how you think. Pay attention. You don't have to change it or shame yourself. Pay attention. Pay attention to how you feel. Then ask yourself, is this what I really want to think about? Is this what I really want to feel into, or how I really want to feel? Slow you down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Okay? Slow it down until you recognize you in it. When you recognize you in it, it gives you that comfort to step into the next experience. And then you almost know who you are. Not really. None of us know who we are or what we're going to be when we step into an experience. The experience teaches us all kinds of stuff. All right? Okay, so we're all here to serve one another. All right, because that's what oneness is. We serve purposes. We serve complacency. We serve distraction. We serve health. We serve, get it? Your thoughts and your feelings create all of the above. Make them good ones. I hope you guys have a great day. We're letting go of the thread. That's like what you're feeling. You're feeling like, oh, and it's me allowing the space to become more expansive and you to come back into yourselves and then decide what your new beliefs are, because that's what we're doing. We're generating new ways to look at the same information. And then we're deciding how much of that information belongs in our new value or what we wish to become or experience. Yes, because safety is important. And so we pull into our little bubble of love. And that's how we leave these little situations when we're online. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me.